and make us the most profitable based on our marketplace. SVA is a professional accounting firm. They know accounting. I have a major comfort level with them from a responsiveness level, understanding of my needs, and they are very professional on their end.
To learn more about how we can provide you with measurable results, go to sva.com/profitable.
Hey fans, the Brew Crew are hot and so are the summer temps. Now is the perfect time to step up your comfort game with a new Carrier home comfort system to keep your home cool all summer long. Ask your local dealer about local Wisconsin focus on energy rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Turn to the experts at Carrier. We've got you covered so you can get back to cheering on the crew. Carrier, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Find your local dealer at carriermilwaukee.com.
Who handles the service and maintenance for your facility? Is it a Steamfitters Local 601 HVAC professional? If not, you might not be getting the best service. Our HVAC professionals undergo over 10,000 hours of rigorous training, 1,200 hours in the classroom, and 9,300 hours of hands-on experience. That's the kind of expertise you can count on. For superior service and cost-effective solutions, partner with the best. Visit steam601.org to view our list of signatory contractors. Steamfitters Local 601, keepers of the craft, powering Wisconsin.
Nursing students often endure long wait lists, but Concordia University, Wisconsin ensures entry into their nursing program upon acceptance. Broad exposure prepares CUW students for diverse nursing specialties with hands-on clinical experience in hospitals and other healthcare settings, leading to high job placement rates for graduates. CUW provides a faith-based education with a focus on holistic care. Graduates are prepared to address patients' physical, emotional, and spiritual needs. Your journey awaits at cuw.edu/bucks.
Covering the Crew all season long on WTMJ, it's Brewers Extra Innings. Now live from American Family Field, here's your host, Dominic Cotroneo.
I think my end of the season Game of the Year countdown already has its top spot. Game of the Year tonight, Jacob Misiorowski. Another incredible performance. Another game where the Brewers get just enough of offense and hand it over to the pitching. And you saw the best of what the Brewers have to offer against the best that the National League has to offer. And the Brewers win tonight 3-1. They take a series from the defending world champion, the Big Bad Dodgers. Wow. Jacob Misiorowski, welcome to the big time, kid. His fifth career start was easily his best one, and he carried a perfect game into the seventh inning against the Twins a week and a half ago. And it's not how you start, kids. It's how you finish. Welcome in. I'm Dom Cotroneo. Craig Kashan will be with us as well. In case you missed any of it, or you just want to listen to what it sounded like here on the radio, let's go ahead and get you caught up to speed with the highlight recap.
Ready for this?
Out of here!
This?
Brought it back! Ho, ho, ho!
And this?
It is gone!
Time for tonight's highlights.
What a matchup. Different generations going at it. Jacob Misiorowski for the Brewers. Clayton Kershaw, the future Hall of Famer for the Dodgers. And, of course, Shohei Ohtani always sets the stage. But Misiorowski, coming off of that tough one against the Mets, everyone was wondering, well, how would he respond? Well, he opens up, strike one at 100 to Shohei. Gets in the swing and miss on a curveball. All right, 0-2 to Shohei Ohtani.
And here's the pitch. And a fly ball out to center. Well struck. This is way out of here. Came back with another breaking ball. This one stayed up just a little bit too much. And Shohei Ohtani, who's been in a little bit of a funk over his last 5 games, just hit one 431 out to center. And the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead.
It just sounds different off his bat. It truly does. That's from Lane Grindle. But then, it's, again, not how you start, it's how you finish. What an immediate response from Misiorowski. He struck out Betts on a slider. He struck out Freeman back on that curveball, now facing maybe the hottest hitter in the Dodger order, Andy Pages.
Here's the 1-2 to Pages. And he got it looking. Fastball at 101 right down the middle. And after giving up the solo home run to Shohei Ohtani, he strikes out the next 3 Dodgers.
Well, he wasn't done there. After a 2-out single in the second, erased what would have been an immaculate inning. Instead, he just makes it a good old 3-strikeout inning.
Outman. The pitch right down the middle for a called third strike. Fastball at 99. And another strikeout for Jacob Misiorowski. He has 6 through the first 2 innings of this game.
And then sometimes revenge is best served cold. It's still a 1-0 Dodger lead, but he gets another crack at Ohtani.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Curveball down low. He got him. And a fist bump from Misiorowski. 7 outs. All strikeouts today for the Miz, and he put Shohei away after a great battle.
I mean, it would go all the way to 10 of his first 12 outs, all via strikeout.
0-2 again. Breaking ball. Locked him up. Got him looking. A curveball, a knee buckler. Kim could not pull the trigger. And you can make it 10 strikeouts in 4 innings for Jacob Misiorowski tonight. All I can say is wow.
Well, also, the Brewers are still trailing. It doesn't matter how many strikeouts you get if you're down 1-0. The Brewers offense finally rose to the occasion against Kershaw in the 4th. Infield hit to lead off the frame by William Contreras. A humble approach, opposite field single for Jackson Chourio. That put runners on first and second. Yelich would fly out to left. Then, it was the new guy, Andrew Vaughn.
Pitch, line drive into left center field. Falling fast. It's in there. Base hit. Contreras is around third. He'll score. First to third goes Chourio as the throw comes into the cutoff man. This game is tied by Andrew Vaughn, an RBI hit.
And then the already unsung hero of the first half of the season, Isaac Collins delivers.
Hit on the ground towards third, but past the diving Rojas. Then Betts behind him dives. He can't get it. Scoring from third base, Chourio. Throw to third base. Out. Out is Vaughn. He tried to go first to third. It's an RBI single by Collins. Brewers have a 2-1 lead.
That's all they would get there in the 4th inning. Then the Brewers finally get their defense involved behind Misiorowski. Big moment. 3rd time through the order. A leadoff walk to Shohei Ohtani. An infield jam shot hit for Mookie Betts. First and second, nobody out. How the heck are you going to get out of this? And it was the first ground ball out of the night.
Misiorowski, first pitch. Ground ball sharply hit. Diving stop by Vaughn. He's going to get up, run to the bag himself, and retire Freeman. Ohtani to third. Betts to second. That's a great defensive play by Andrew Vaughn.
You're still not out of the woods yet. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. You need more help from your defense. Contact play. It's on.
0-1. Ground ball sharply hit. Backhanded by Monasterio at third. Comes home with it. They've got Ohtani at the plate. Oh, what a play by Mona.
You think about it. Misiorowski probably wouldn't have been out there if he was on regular rest. He doesn't have another start until after the All-Star break. So now with 2 outs and 2 men aboard, an opportunity to escape the inning.
0-1 to Conforto. Ground ball to first. Backhanded by Vaughn. Runs to the bag, and Misiorowski gets out of it in the 6th. Jumping up and down, pumping his fists. American Family Field on their feet and in approval. 6 incredible innings out of Misiorowski, and a well-earned standing ovation as he comes to the dugout.
All after a leadoff homer from Shohei Ohtani. Now, let's get some insurance, from an unlikely source.
Sal gets into one out to right. Back goes Pages at the track. It is gone. It carried out of here into the Dodgers bullpen. Sal for the 7th time this year. And he gives the Brewers some huge insurance here in the bottom of the 8th.
3-1. That would be the final score. What a night. Jacob Misiorowski earns the win, out-dueling the future Hall of Famer, Clayton Kershaw. We'll break it all down with Craig Kashan coming up next. 855-616-1620. 855-616-1620. Right here on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Real Estate Services, we believe in the human side of real estate. For us, it's faith, family, and friends in that order. We live that every single day. We move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so our clients win. We operate from a place of gratitude, having donated nearly $200,000 back to our community since 2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Tony Wendorf & Associates. Trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us today at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
You gotta get to Built Right today. WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Built Right furniture, leather, and mattresses. Built Right's Made in America celebration and $1 million clearance sell-off continues for a limited time. If you are looking for affordable, better quality furniture or mattresses, you gotta do what my family does. We go to Built Right. We love our new living room furniture, our son sleeping on a new mattress, and most importantly, we enjoyed that shopping experience. 4 generations, 97 years strong, and celebrating 19 years in the Greenfield location. 3rd and 4th generation family members are right there in the store. They work alongside their amazing team. Be ready for your summer guests with thousands of items in stock now or custom order at a low sale price. USA made, small scale, Ohio Amish made, and real solid wood furniture. 60 models of USA made mattresses. Built Right always saves you money. Free in-store design services too. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday, closed to be with family. Tell them Vinny sent you to Built Right, 54th and Layton Avenue in Greenfield.
Don't miss the largest vacation sale in the nation coming this July. It's Fox World Travel's exclusive July sale with Apple Vacations and Celebrity Cruises. July is the best time of the year for unbeatable deals you won't get anywhere else. Get the hottest cruise deals or plan ahead for 2026 all-inclusive resorts paired with nonstop flights. Let Fox World Travel book your vacation and secure your reservation with just a deposit. Visit foxworldtravel.com/July and get on the exclusive list. Sale starts soon.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
It's a series winner over the defending world champs. Brewers on fire. They win 3-1 over LA. With Craig Kashan, I'm Dom Cotroneo. Brewers Extra Innings is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank. If you're looking for a banking partner that truly understands your business needs, it's got to be Fifth Third Bank. With a local team here in Milwaukee, they know how to hit it out of the park every time. And for 15 years, they've been serving our community with industry-specific expertise and local decision-making that helps your business thrive. Experience the unique commercial banking value only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC. Well, Craig, we were lamenting about the fact that that debut was cut short, and he had a few walks in that debut against the Cardinals, and he had the rolled ankle, and Clayton Kershaw even joked, like, yeah, that was the guy. How did he roll his ankle on the mound? That's crazy. Then he carries a perfect game into the 7th inning against the Twins, and then you get the Skeens versus Miz matchup, and Miz wins that one, and then he gets finally punched in the mouth against the Mets last week. And the question all week was, how is he going to respond against an even better lineup? And quite frankly, with Shohei hitting a home run out, I think it oddly unlocked him in that, okay, yeah, this is, you got to be sharp. And he quickly found it to get the first 7 outs via strikeout, which is so silly. He was 1 pitch away from an immaculate 2nd inning. If there was any question about the response or the competitor in this kid, he showed it off immediately after giving up a leadoff homer.
I mean, the Ohtani leadoff home run and that 0-2 pitch, I mean, if you just think about this, that picked up right where he left off in that Mets game when he got hammered in that inning, and it turned out to be a very short outing. But to be able to bounce right back, and he used his secondary pitches to bounce right back, and this guy was so sharp tonight. I'm trying to just figure out new ways to describe him. This guy is powerful. He's effortless as well. The outing was kind of a combination of that because there's nothing but power in this guy's arm, which is crazy to think about. This guy's still throwing 100 in the 6th inning of a game, and as many times as he does. It just it doesn't seem real, Dom. I just don't know anybody else like this guy right now, and we've only seen him 5 times, but he's 4-1. His ERA's under 3. I mean, holy cats, man. 12 strikeouts and through 5 innings. 12 of the first 15 outs, strikeouts. I mean, I don't know. It's if you're a Brewer fan, you better embrace this. That's all I've got to say, because there is more of this where it's coming from. That's for sure.
Let me remind folks how this works in case you're just tuning in and trying to understand how roster status works in Major League Baseball. He is a Brewer guaranteed for the next 6 years. So the Brewers, They did not call him up, obviously, until a month ago. We've talked about how service time works. He cannot accrue a full year of service time this year. However, if he wins Rookie of the Year, he is automatically granted a full year of service time, which means he has 5 remaining seasons as a Brewer. And the first 3 of them are totally cost-controlled league minimum, and then he gets subjected to the pre-arb bonus pool that all the teams pay into based on the performance of the guys that aren't arbitration eligible yet. So the point being, if you're on the fence about getting a Misiorowski jersey, if you're on the fence about getting that go get it. I mean, enjoy this, man, because holy cow, you're right. We're running out of it already 5 starts in. And even hearing Clayton Kershaw, right, on the other side in his post-game scrum, giving all the kudos, saying, I don't know how you hit that, man. He's got 4 pitches that he commands. And I think that's the biggest story today, Craig. We've said it multiple times already. He's not just a thrower. Talking to people with TBS, obviously I work with TBS and Jeff Francoeur, talking to our producers, talking to other people on the Dodgers side, it's not just a triple-digit fastball. He's getting ahead with breaking balls. He's getting swings and misses on changeups. He has got guys so worried about the 101 that they see a breaking ball and it just darts like a bat out of hell, and you have no idea what to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a pitcher who's pitching right now, which means he's using everything that he has in his arsenal, which is a great combination that you just mentioned. But to be able to mix it up, Dom, as often as we saw tonight, and then to me that curveball was just off the charts. Obviously, that was used far more tonight than he has been in his previous 4 starts, and to be as effective as it was against this lineup. I know this lineup of the Dodgers is missing, 1 or 2 or 3 guys, but, the Brewers are missing a few guys as well. We all know that right now, but that's just how baseball goes. But it's not up to the hitters at this point. It's up to him to successfully execute this game plan that they put together. And it was another brilliant one today. They're taking advantage and he's taking advantage of every ounce of his talent right now. And the crazy thing about that, I know it's only going to get better because he's a raw talent right now that's refining in a rapid amount of time. It's something, man. It's just something.
855-616-1620. Got a ton of texts we're going to get to. If you want to jump the line, you can call in 855-616-1620. Real quick, though, Craig, I want to go back to the 6th inning, in between innings there, and between the 5th and the 6th inning. He just went 9 up, 9 down the second time through the order. Mind you, leaving a leadoff double stranded in the 3rd inning. That's an underrated inning of stress that he had to deal with there, already down 1-0, striking out Shohei and Freeman in that frame. But then the decision comes. He's at 74 pitches through 5 innings, and at that point, the Brewers had the 2-1 lead. And I think what went into the decision to send him back out for the 6th was the fact that, hey, he's not pitching again before the end of the All-Star break, and he's likely lined up to get a good 8 to 10 days off here, depending if they want him to go on Friday coming up after the break or if they want him to go on Saturday. Whatever they decide to do, he's going to get plenty of time to get a breather. That had to have factored in. And furthermore, to let him get out of his own mess. He learned and developed on the stage when he needed to learn. Okay, I allowed the first 2 batters to get on. What can I do? He stayed off the barrel. The guys got aggressive on the other side. Each of the next 3 batters all swung first pitch, and he was able to stay off their barrel, not become predictable, and develop in the moment to learn how to get out of his own mess.
Well, and there's a trust that, this coaching staff and this organization has with certain guys, and especially when it comes to pitching. And everything that you're talking about here right now really plays into this guy can handle it. He was built to succeed. He was built to compete. Now, I know every other pitcher is going to say that they can do all those things too, but they can't do what the Miz is doing. Very few people can do what the Miz is doing here right now. So you're right. That 6th inning, we all witnessed it. He walks Ohtani and then gives up that infield single to Betts. So now it's 1st and 2nd, nobody out in 2-1 game. Then he lets his defense go to work behind him, and they came up big. Vaughn came up big. Monasterio's play to get Ohtani at the plate was just unbelievable. It was great stuff. And, defenses will play better when they've got a pitcher like that out there too. And they were flawless here tonight for him, but he executed his pitches, and he knew in the 6th inning too, Dom, I don't need to strike out everybody here. We just need to put the ball in play and get some quick outs. And it turned out to be, you got first 2 guys on, but you only faced 5 batters that inning. That's saying something about the guys playing behind you.
It was really impressive stuff. Joseph, I see you on the line. I'm going to get to you on the other side of the break. Brewers get the win 3-1. Wow, Jacob Misiorowski, he is the story today. But there are some other pieces we got to talk about. Sal goes yard again. William Contreras had 3 more hits today, too. Little things all add up for the Brewers. And, oh, by the way, knock, knock, knock. That's the Brewers on the doorstep of the Cubs. They're 2.5 games back now. And maybe they can get that down to 1, 2 before the All-Star break. Ooh-wee. It's a race now. It is a real race. What a fun night to talk ball. Stay with us here on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Get in on Brewers and Nationals action July 11th through the 13th. Celebrate with the crew at the Negro Leagues tribute game on the 11th and get a 90s throwback jersey on the 12th. Get your seats now at Brewers.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Give your liver the support it needs with Active Liver. Go to newnordicusa.com, Amazon, or ask for Active Liver at your local CVS. New you, new Nordic.
Amish outdoor furniture with poly and wood available. And that poly is the richest of outdoor furniture. It's just about indestructible and will virtually last forever. At Erickson's, we have poly furniture in abundance, so you're guaranteed to see a great selection. The beauty of it is you can put it outside all year round and not worry about it, because the color runs all the way through, so it doesn't fade, and minor nicks and scratches won't hurt the look. Erickson's Landscape Supply. For an abundant selection of poly and wood Amish outdoor furniture, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. You'll be hard-pressed to find a better selection of metal yard art than we have here at Erickson's. Anything from natural and painted metal signs to painted roosters from 1 to 6 feet tall. Natural steel flying ducks and cattails. Cute little frogs, geckos, pigs, flamingos, and goats. And palm trees. The list is endless. And that's why you come here. Erickson's Landscape Supply, right on Spring Street in Union Grove, where you'll find a fantastic array of artisanal metal yard art. Visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. Or better yet, drive on over and take a gander at the goods.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Brewers win 3-1. This is Brewers Extra Innings, breaking it all down. They take a series win over the Dodgers. With Craig Kishon, I'm Dom Cotroneo. BEI is brought to you by Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electric. If your air conditioner isn't keeping up, now's the time to upgrade. Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical is offering $1,500 off new central air systems. It runs through the end of July, so stay cool, save money, and trust the team that's been keeping Wisconsin comfortable for over a century. Visit cider.com to schedule your appointment today. That's SEIDER.com. Joseph from Illinois, you've been waiting patiently. Joseph, you're live on Brewers Extra Innings.
Yeah, my question is, I heard you guys talking about the future Hall of Famer a while back. Which guy were you talking about, Misiorowski or Kershaw?
That's a fun bit. That's a pretty fun bit there. I tell you what, Joseph, there is actually already a piece of Jacob Misiorowski memorabilia in the Hall of Fame, the cap he wore in his first 11 hitless innings. It was picked up by the Hall of Fame and Josh Reich, the curator. They do great work over there in Cooperstown. By the way, for anyone who's never been, you should go make a trip out of it. It's a incredible museum. But Craig Sean,
agree.
agree. Exactly. I mean, let's just pause for a second here. 2 starts ago, all the hoopla about Paul Skeens and Kershaw, or Paul Skeens and Miz. Then fast forward 2 starts, and it's Kershaw and Miz. And dare I say there was more hype for Skeens and Miz than there was for Kershaw and Miz. I think maybe because that Kershaw got to 3,000 strikeouts. Could you imagine that this would have been the center of the baseball world if Kershaw was like 1 strikeout away from 3,000 going up against Jacob Misiorowski. But man, now Miz can say, yeah, my 5th start was against the Hall of Famer in Clayton Kershaw. And oh, by the way, I beat him, kids.
Yeah, and look who he's defeated. Sonny Gray in his first start, Paul Skeens, Clayton Kershaw. I mean, those are awfully respectable names, that's for sure. And the fact that he's really outpitched them in those games too. And a pitcher will be the first to tell you it's not me against him. It's me against the batters. I get that, but I think this is the cool thing about baseball. One of the many cool things is you can have matchups like this. You can build it up. You can sell tickets. You can get a bigger television audience, bigger radio audience, all that stuff, because there's so much meaning into it. And it is fun to watch an individual on the mound on that island perform the way we've seen The Miz perform so far in his first 5 starts. And just wait, man. Who knows what's going to happen in his 6th start coming out of the All-Star break, because guess where that's going to be? At Dodger Stadium.
Exactly. That's going to be pretty incredible. Let's talk some underrated pieces tonight. And the bait was just taken, so I'm reacting to this live. So I tweeted this earlier, and I did this tongue-in-cheek, and William is pretty funny on Twitter. William Contreras has 6 home runs this year. Sal Frelick just hit his 7th. And I want to get out in front of this. Williams playing through a broken finger. We saw him shake out the hand multiple times tonight. But, man, that infield hit started the rally in the 4th. He gets 3 hits tonight. What I see from William Contreras, especially him catching Miz, this is something that baseball has been dealing with now for a couple seasons, where we're realizing the catching position is such a load on these guys that it is hard to expect any sort of offense out of your catcher. And granted, he was first team all MLB last year, and William will be the first to tell you, I don't want to make any excuses about my finger. I should be hitting better. That being said, just him getting on base, just creating traffic, the walks he drew yesterday, him doing this in the 2 spot of the order makes this lineup churn and has traffic for Cherio, has traffic for Yelich to set things up for later on in the order.
It does, and he's in one of these situations too, Dom, where, I mean, it's like best case, worst case scenario. He's such an outstanding catcher. He's an all-star caliber catcher, and he's a silver slugger as well with the bat. But this year, maybe it's not all happening at the same time. Certainly, what he's doing behind the plate is all-star worthy. That's for sure. But it has affected his hitting. And here's the other thing. Just think about this: how many pitches were thrown his way today over 100 miles an hour from the 1st inning through the 9th inning? Because every pitcher who threw today for the Brewers threw at least 1, if not 2. And we know the Miz threw what seems like a million. But, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So that's also the evolution of how things are going. Maybe once in a while, up until a year or 2 ago, you'd receive, I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe 6 in a game. And now look with this guy. This is the other end of the good and the bad to what's happening in the development of the Miz here right now. It may be taking a toll on a guy like William Contreras. Who knows?
I see somebody, though, the William, and he knows his value to this team behind the plate. He knows the value to this team of just getting on base. The home runs will come. And quite frankly, tonight, I mean, it has been a minute since we've seen him really shake out and get a foul ball. I actually marked it. There was a foul ball in the 2nd inning with James Outman at the plate where I really saw him finally put the glove down and really go straight to the hand of like, oh, man, I feel it right now. And I just hope that this all-star break can give him a breather, because we're sitting here talking about the hottest team in the National League. And Williams got a 350 on base. That's phenomenal. But yet, could you imagine if he can climb back into a second half with maybe 10, 15 home runs in the second half, that all of a sudden this team not only becomes a wild card contender, but becomes a division contender? Because, again, without Rhys Hoskins now for the next 5 to 6 weeks at minimum, right-handed power is going to come at a premium right now for this crew, and Williams going to be a big source of it.
Well, and what I would like to see, Dom, tomorrow is William DHing. And then you've got the scheduled off day on Thursday, so that gives him, 2 days not to be behind the plate, and then finish up for whatever the weekend would hold. But I would really like to see them get into that mode of not having him catch the day after a night game, like the scenario we're in here in this 24-hour window. That's what I would really like to see. Put Yelich back out and left like we saw the other day. You and I discussed this a little bit, wondering if we're going to see a little more of that. I guess the first test is going to be seeing what tomorrow's lineup looks like.
Yeah, that will be a big point. And I wonder if, the Brewers, if it was a rubber match, would they still give William the day off? I'm with you. The double day off could really be helpful for William. Another underrated piece, I can't believe he made it this far into the program, not talking about the bullpen, because this was still a one-run game until the bottom of the eighth inning. And Jared Koenig, he got back on the horse in a big way. He was phenomenal. Abner Uribe leads Major League Baseball in holes in 26. He should be an all-star, in my opinion. And then Trevor McGill, his 21st save. The Brewers bullpen went 9 up and 9 down today against the Dodgers with a game in the balance the entire night. They deserve as much kudos as Jacob Misiorowski is getting tonight, too.
Man, they had to get the final 9 outs in this game, and Koenig was the first out of the bullpen in a 2-1 game. He had his best outing in I don't know how long. That was for Koenig, that's as clean as it gets for him. He didn't have a strikeout, but ball and play, outs, quick inning, boom, get through that 7th inning. That to me looked like Koenig prime time, and hopefully he's back into form here right now. Everyone's going to go through a little downtime, and let's just hope that downtime now is done for him. Uribe, I don't know. He's just so good right now, Dom. He's just that one guy out of the bullpen where it just seems like nobody can touch this guy, and he can do no wrong, and he can do whatever he wants. And McGill always looks strong. I know occasionally he'll kind of run into it a little bit, but not the case tonight, man. That knuckle curve looked good again. So did that 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
And then finally, we joke about it with Sal Frelick suddenly finding power here in the summer of Sal, but he hits a solo homer, his 7th of the year, and yes, that's more than William Contreras, but we just explained why. He's playing through a broken finger. But yet, Sal Frelick is not relied on this team for power, but we've seen since this leadoff change, since moving him there on June 12th, he's become a dynamic player, and the Brewers are winning games suddenly with power. I think it's something that is always welcome. And the Brewers weren't built to hit a ton of home runs. But yet, when they get it, they become that much more of a dangerous team than other teams. Oh, geez, now they're hitting homers, and we got to worry about them stealing bags, got to worry about them putting the ball in play, because that 4th inning is a perfect example of why this team is so hard to face. I don't care if it's Clayton Kershaw or if it's Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens can tell you all about it. Remember that tough 3rd, 4th inning, whatever it was, when he threw 40-something pitches and it felt like nothing was hit hard? Clayton Kershaw got a taste of that today in the 4th inning. That's why this team's so dangerous. They don't swing and miss. They don't expand their strike zone. They put the ball in play, and that's why nobody wants to face this guy. And then, oh, by the way, you find a pitch that catches too much in the middle, it's not coming back either.
Yeah, and Yamamoto faced that yesterday as well in that 1st inning. Couldn't even finish the 1st inning against Brewer hitters in that game. Yeah, Sal seems to be at a point where things are so comfortable for him in that leadoff role for whatever reason. This guy is, maybe he was born to lead, and he's leading off, and, he went 0 for 3 before that home run in the 8th inning. But guess what? It was only a 2-1 game. A lot of times he'll start a scoring rally somehow, some way, simple base hit, steal a base, put pressure on the defense, and then he can occasionally do what we saw in the 8th inning. He's going to lead off that 8th inning, and he sees a pitch, and he is going to swing for the fences. And we know he's more than capable of doing that, but I just like the fact that he seems to be more in control for how he's going to help this club out. And it's, it's not luck to be successful, to be a major leaguer. You got to have the skill level to do it. And I think putting Sal in that leadoff role has showcased all of his skill level here right now.
So how greedy do you want to get tomorrow, Craig?
I want to get really greedy, Dom. Really greedy, man. I ain't giving anything away. Let's go.
This is going to be a really fun one. Oh, by the way, Jose Quintana, the vet, is going at it. And tough task. Tyler Glasnow being activated off the injured list tomorrow. He will be going for Los Angeles. 1:10 first pitch. Brewers going for the sweep. And, man, what a chance it could be. Because, quite frankly, after all the chirping from the north side, like, we've had the hardest schedule already. No one's had a schedule harder than us. Like, the Brewers have a chance to sweep the Dodgers, the team with the best record in the National League. And the Brewers are one game back in the season series with Chicago, and they have 3 more games here at home with them coming up at the end of the month, right before the trade deadline. I tell you what, these next 3 weeks before that deadline is going to be stressful for both of these teams to try to figure out who's going to blink first and make a move.
It's going to be stressful for both of us, Dom. Now, who are we kidding here? Trying to figure all this stuff out. It's going to be fun, though. This is the time of year. Get to the All-Star break. Your team's in it like the Brewers are in it. They played so hard and found that window of success and how to get things done. Keep her rolling here. It would be great to see him finish strong here through this homestand. It's great that if you think about this, too, that they've had this 6-game homestand to finish up. And they're going to have the day off on Thursday as well. So nothing is better to be in the middle of the year and play a Wednesday day game, have Wednesday night off, all day Thursday and Thursday night, and then open up another homestand at home. And then you get a few days off, couple days off for the All-Star break as well for most of these guys. So, finish strong, play smart, and we'll see what happens tomorrow.
All right. Well, you enjoy your break, Craig Kashan. I know you're still working on the TV side tomorrow, but we won't hear from you on the radio for a little while. Appreciate your insight as always. And, man, you're in the building for a good one tonight.
You too, my friend. Enjoy your break, and we'll talk to everybody coming up shortly.
All right, Craig Kashan here on 620 WTMJ. I see a couple callers on the line. I'm way behind on text. We're also going to hear from Sal Frelick here in a little bit as well. 855-616-1620, 855-616-1620. David, Ryan, I see you guys. We're going to get to you on the other side of the break on 620 WTMJ.
It's Christmas in July at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. Get sale discounts store-wide all month long. What a great time to shop for all of your Christmas needs. Get your holiday decor and so much more, along with all the great bargains we always have for you. It's Christmas in July at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
Ooh, you're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
We get it. You're on the go, and life gets in the way. Stay up to date on all things WTMJ with podcasts of every show. Available on WTMJ.com. And don't forget you can stream WTMJ online and watch your favorite WTMJ shows on YouTube. Every show, when you want it, no matter where you are. We are Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio 620 WTMJ.
Save on the best quality furniture and mattresses during the July Independence Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture. With major discounts from our premier suppliers, you will save big on top brands like Bradington Young, made in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. Bradington Young is known for its fine quality leather upholstery. Yours brings you modern Scandinavian design recliners and sofas, ergonomically engineered for more hip and back support. Norwalk, with American roots that go back over 100 years, specializes in making furniture just for you. Choose the piece, style, fabric, or leather you want, and in just 35 days, we'll deliver your new sofa, chair, or sectional. In-stock or special orders are all sale priced. Need a little help putting it all together? At Ken Michaels Furniture, our design staff is ready to help you with your purchases, and it's free. Stop in today and save now during the Independence Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture on Capitol Drive in Brookfield, Highway 100 in Greenfield, or our downtown Mattress Factory showroom.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Welcome back. Brewers win. Fun one at the Yard tonight. I'm Dom Cotroneo. Brewers Extra Innings player of the game. International Autos Group. Just like the game's MVP, you can drive into summer in style and save up to $10,000 on in-stock BMWs, Audis, Mercedes-Benz, and more. No tariffs, just huge savings. Visit i8milwaukee.com. International Autos Group, where ordinary needs to be extraordinary. Player of the game, no doubt. No, don't even debate it. It's Miz. Thanks for playing. 6 strong, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 homer against future Hall of Famer Shohei Ohtani. 1 walk, 12 strikeouts. 1 shy of the Brewers rookie record for most strikeouts in a game. All right, let's get to some of your input now, shall we? Some texts and some calls. David from Milwaukee. David, you're live here on Brewers Extra Innings.
Hey, Dom. How's it going?
It's going, man.
Good. So I called in last year after that Game 3 wild card loss against the Mets, and I made 3 guesses. I said we would keep Devin and we would keep Willie, and I said we would be a 100-win team. And I was wondering if you still think that is a little bit too far of a guess, or do you think that's realistic with our record and stuff?
That the Brewers could win 100 games. I mean, I think the reason. I think the 100-win plateau. Let me explain. Is so much harder to reach now than it was in, say, the 90s and early 2000s, because I know the Rockies are a doormat for everybody, but yet. Yeah. Nobody else in the National League is a doormat. And there were teams that would just completely throw up a white flag at the trade deadline. Then you had the second deadline in August where you can put guys on the waivers and that sort of thing. So teams just don't totally gut it to the studs, and you have the opportunity to win 100 games. So even yet, 100 wins is so many wins, and that means teams in your division are also a doormat. And look, I can promise you, nobody in that Brewers front office wants to face the Pirates much more than they have to, because they've got more coming. Bubba Chandler's going to be in the big leagues at some point this year. Paul Skeens, need I say more? Yeah. They've got pitching. So, no, I don't think 100 wins, but also I honestly could see the Dodgers getting to 100 thanks to the Rockies. But if the Rockies weren't in their division, I don't see them getting to 100 wins. I just think there's too much parity in today's game. But I do appreciate the call and the belief. I mean, I do now for the first time. I'll say this. I know I've said the Brewers are my pick to win the division. I've said that since spring training, and I'm not wavering from that. But for the first time, I truly believe, 90 wins is in play. Their 52nd win of the season tonight. That is now, I believe the Mets won tonight. So that's still the fourth best record in the National League, which would put them as the top wild card, depending on what happens with the Mets and the Phillies and who wins that division, because then the Brewers have the tiebreaker currently on Philly. So the way I digress here and kind of answer the question is, I don't see many 100-wins teams except for maybe the Tigers this year. I think they could be the only one that gets there this season. Good question, though. Appreciate the call there and your listenership, David, sticking around with us. Now let's get to Ryan. Ryan from Nashville. You're live here on Brewers Extra Innings.
Hey, Dom. Just calling. I'm actually driving up from Nashville to go to the game tomorrow, and then I'm going to go to the game on Sunday. I was just curious about your thoughts on Andrew Vaughn and what his ceiling is like. Got to watch him down on the farm a little bit. Could he potentially be an everyday first baseman in the future? Is he a plug-in player, bench player, role player? Do we see him on the roster come October potentially? I'm just curious what your thoughts are with that. Really 2 good nights. Great at-bats tonight, great at-bats last night, and hoping he gets a start tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a great question. Pat Murphy was asked that today in his pregame scrum, and just sort of saying it's not quite a hard platoon with him and Jake Bauers, as we saw obviously yesterday with him getting the start against a righty in Yamamoto. But if he continues to perform, another RBI single today and another walk, the scouting report on Vaughn, we talk about change of scenery like it's such an easy thing. Oh, yeah, just snap your fingers, and because he's in Milwaukee, he's suddenly going to be that 3rd overall pick and that 20-homer power guy. But, sometimes it can be that simple. If you say, hey, man, you're in a pennant race. You got guys around you that can protect you in the lineup now. You've got, belief in your process and that sort of thing. At the same time, they're not looking to him to carry the load of the offense. There were times that, on those White Sox teams that maybe Roberts hurt, Eloy was always hurt. Then, they just lacked a lot of power, and they looked to Vaughn for that even in his young years. And I saw Vaughn in college, and I thought this dude's can't miss. Like, he's got an amazing feel for the strike zone, amazing contact, bat-to-ball ability. And if the Brewers tap into some of that, that sounds like a Brewer, doesn't it? I mean, just somebody that also, mind you, the number one thing the Brewers love is defense. He made 2 game-saving plays the last 2 nights. The 3-6-3 in the first inning yesterday and the diving stop in the big 6th inning today. I think the Brewers value that just as much as what they do on offense out of him. So he's sticking around. We learned earlier today that Rhys Hoskins is going to miss at least 6 weeks due to his thumb sprain. It's the UCL in his thumb, and it's a pretty severe sprain, grade 2. So at least 6 weeks, and then reassess in August of what it's going to look like for Rhys Hoskins. But you're right. I mean, if this continues and he continues to make a strong first impression, you start to think about, okay, what do you do? What do you do? We'll let that grow as the season goes on. A few texts that have rolled in here as well. The Brewers' pitching performance in this series has been nothing short of incredible. The way Miz poured in strikes, it was impressive. What a great series win, and puts the league on notice. This one from Josh in Greenfield. This one, Jonathan from Point. Sure looks like a team full of all-stars. Oh, yeah. Not the Dodgers, the Brewers. You're right. I can't believe only one, Freddie Peralta. He was the all-star performance yesterday. Sal Frelick has delivered an all-star performance these 2 games. Abner Uribe's delivered an all-star performance, but it is what it is. The Brewers know how talented they are. This one, holy smokes, Brewers are looking like the real deal. How they've taken 2 of 3 so far from the best team in baseball with that payroll they have is mind-blowing. It will be interesting to see if Major League Baseball pays attention to the small market team and takes it seriously. Or maybe the money ball just comes poaching. Thanks, Ginny from Vernon. I tell you what, we had a stat tonight on TBS, where I also work, and it was so cool to have this game on national TV, that the current injured list, now a big denominator on this is the fact that Tyler Glasnow is still on the injured list technically today. He's off of it tomorrow. But today, the Dodgers injured list is $111 million. The Brewers projected 40-man payroll, and that's just before buyouts or bonuses or anything like that, is $111 million. The Dodgers injured list is the same as the Brewers 40-man payroll. And the Brewers just took 2 out of 3 from them. Let that sit for a second. It doesn't matter what your payroll is. In fact, Bruce Meyer was on Foul Territory earlier today, one of the executives in the Baseball Players Association. The team with the top payroll in the last 25 World Series, the team with the number 1 payroll has won the World Series only 4 times in the last 25 years. So it's easy to weaponize the money. But I tell you what, the Dodgers are wishing they could have homegrown developed Jacob Misiorowski. In fact, Miz was a 2nd-round pick. Every team had an opportunity at him. And the Brewers are the ones that grabbed onto him. Another text here as well, this one. How excited you are to get these sort of pitching matchups like Juan Marichal and Sandy Koufax or Gibson, and there's some typos in here too, so I apologize. But the point being is these are the type of matchups that you get excited for. I agree entirely. This guy is looking more and more like Randy Johnson. That text from Doug made me smile. Jeff from Elkhorn, wow, just wow. The Miz bounces back from his last start and a leadoff homer. The Brewers kept squeezing the most out of their guys. The Dodgers spent more than $500 million on free agents this past winter. The Brewers spent $6 million. And if Acuna is available, go get him. I don't know. I just don't know if Acuna is a good fit for this one. He's a heck of a player, but I don't know. I just don't know. But the Brewers get a big win today, 855-616-1620. Let's hear from a guy that added some insurance late, Sal Frelick. He went yard. He's coming up on the other side of the break right here on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Is your business ready to take the next step? At Fifth Third Commercial Bank Wisconsin, our team of local experienced advisors is here to propel you forward. We understand your needs and offer in-depth expertise, cutting-edge technology, and tailored solutions to streamline your cash collections, automate payments, and safeguard your assets with top-notch fraud mitigation tools. Contact Fifth Third in downtown Milwaukee today. Let's eliminate the non-value add work so you can focus on what truly matters. Growing your business. Fifth Third Bank National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Get in on Brewers and Nationals action July 11th through the 13th. Celebrate with the crew at the Negro Leagues tribute game on the 11th and get a 90s throwback jersey on the 12th. Get your seats now at Brewers.com.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
Hey, this is Honest Eddie from the car lot down the street.
Hi, Honest Eddie.
Is it true your showrooms don't have any employees?
That's right. Hasselus mattress showrooms are employee-free.
Now, don't you be dishonest with Honest Eddie.
It's true. Give the mattresses a try with no pushy sales guide. And through Monday, get additional instant savings of $248 off Sealy Posturepedic and Beauty Rest.
Son, to make it in sales, you gotta pressure people. Like, what's your budget? Or, I know it's the most expensive model, but trust me, it's the right one for you. And what's it gonna take to get you into a Sealy Posturepedic or Beauty Rest today?
But that's hassling customers.
Yeah, so?
Our store is called Hassle-Less Mattress.
Just change the name. How about Wacky Westerns?
Uh-oh, you're breaking up. Gotta go.
Wait, no, let me talk to my manager.
Hassle-Less Mattress, 100% Eddie free. Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at hassleist.com.
At Advent, we help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine by getting your nose and throat working with our unique Advent approach that you won't find elsewhere.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Brewers win. What a fun one at the Yard. 3-1, the final score today. Let's talk buying or selling. It's brought to you by Tony Wendorf and Associates. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, trust Tony Wendorf and Associates. One of the top 10 real estate teams in Wisconsin. One of the top, I should say. Part of First Weber Real Estate Services. They bring faith, family, and red carpet experience to every home deal. Let's step up to the plate together. WendorfTeam.firstweber.com. What are we buying? We're buying Sal Frelick in a leadoff spot because he has been a dynamic force at the very top of this order, an instant sort of on-base pest. He can steal a bag if you need it. He's just every manager's dream. Gets his jersey dirty every single game, so he's a manager's dream and an equipment manager's nightmare of what he has to put them through every single night. I'm just pulling up the numbers right now. Batting first, Sal Frelick this season, including tonight. A .298 average. A .333 on-base percentage. He now has 4 home runs since moving to the leadoff spot, which is pretty funny. A .780 OPS. He's done his job and then some in the top of the order. So we are certainly buying that from Sal Frelick to this point in the year. He caught up with the postgame guys on the network postgame show earlier. Here's what they had to say.
Sal Frelick, who provided the major insurance run with a home run in the bottom of the 8th. Sal's got the headset on down by the clubhouse. Hey, Sal, how are you?
Josh, what's up, man?
Hey, thanks for sticking around to talk with us. I just said when we started the postgame show that this was one of the games of the year at this ballpark. To play in a game like tonight, what did that feel like for you?
No, I mean, how cool is that, right? Like, even waking up this morning, it's just some of the ones you get extra amped for, and, just blessed to be able to go out there and face a guy like Kershaw, who obviously is a future Hall of Famer, and get to watch our guy Miz go out there and compete against him, and just kind of be a part of that was awesome, and especially all the fans coming out tonight, and it was just such a great atmosphere.
Yeah, did you feel almost like this had a playoff-type atmosphere?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that 9th inning, too, when Trevor ran out and everybody was on their feet, it was just, that's kind of why you play the game, right? And definitely had that playoff atmosphere vibe.
You are leading off the bottom of the 8th inning against Kirby Yates. The team could really use some insurance, up just 2-1. Tell us about the swing that gave that much-needed insurance with the home run to right.
Yeah, well, I really didn't do anything up to that point. I was 0 for 3, and Miz didn't let me catch any fly balls. So I was like, I probably should join in this game, and really just wanted to make sure I stayed on the inside of a ball. And luckily enough, I think he might have hung his splitter a little bit there and gave me a shot to kind of get the barrel out and was able to point over the fence.
Did you know you got it when you hit it?
No, it came off pretty low, and I don't hit homers that low. I got to hit them pretty high, so I actually thought Paz was going to catch it, and then I kind of saw him turn, and yeah, it was cool.
And I noticed that there was a little extra emotion that you let out when the ball did go over the fence. What was the feeling? What gave us that display of emotion from you?
Yeah, I mean, I really was just trying to be, as stubborn as possible up there, and just, I knew it was the biggest step out of the game for me, and I really didn't, whether I hit a homer or whether I, had a 10-pitch walk, I really wanted to make sure I gave a competitive at bat and, got myself on base and gave us a chance to get an insurance run. So it kind of just all came out there when I saw it go over the fence.
Sal Frelick with us here on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. 3-1 Brewers beat the Dodgers. So Jacob Misiorowski strikes out 12 batters in the first 5 innings. He ends up going 6, and after the Ohtani leadoff home run, the Dodgers didn't score again. From your view in right field, what did his stuff look like tonight? I'm sure one of the biggest things that you could say is thank God you didn't have to face him in this one, right?
Oh, yeah, you kidding me? I was pumped up he was on our team tonight, but no, I mean, it was awesome. And there's some superstars over there, and you see him take uncomfortable swings. It kind of makes you raise your eyebrow, like, wow, this guy's got some really good stuff. And obviously I'm pretty far out there, so I can't see too much. A lot of the stuff I see is all based off the guy's swings. And some guy was a pull. I was playing him way oppo because it was just like I saw how hard they were struggling with his fastball and most of his pitches. So it's just really special to watch him out there and watch him just go do his thing, especially after giving up a leadoff homer, right? Like probably the biggest game he's pitched in so far, gives up a leadoff homer, and then has the guts to kind of settle back in there and hit his groove, which is awesome.
I'll finish out with this one. We'll let you go. I think there are 2 things that this recent 3.5-week hot stretch that the team has been on that they have kind of in common. One is that it started when Jacob Misiorowski got called up to make his debut. It also seemed to start when you moved into the leadoff spot. I know that we've talked about this before, but Sal, the fact that you've been able to be up there and a table setter the way you have, what's that meant to you to have that role for these last 3.5 weeks?
Yeah, it's been awesome, and it has, as much as I'd like to take credit, it has absolutely, nothing to do with me. I got, I think, 3 of the best hitters, hitting right behind me, and William, Jackson, and Christian. So it's like, I'm seeing pitches in the zone. Guys don't want to walk me. They don't want to pitch around me because then they got to pitch the next 3 guys. So it's really all on them. They're getting me fastballs in the zone. It's awesome. So I get to go up there and just swing the bat, which is great. I'm still allowed to be aggressive up there, which is something I like to do. So having those 3 guys hit behind me is just kind of, why I think the offense has really been going.
Great stuff, Sal. Thank you so much for sticking around.
Thanks, Josh.
That's the humble approach from Sal Frelick. He's a really good fire starter there at the top of the order. That was a stroke of genius from Pat Murphy. Brewers win 3-1. We'll hear from the manager, Pat Murphy, on the other side of this break. A few more texts that have come in as well. 855-616-1620, 855-616-1620 on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Steve and Ashley heard our radio ads over the years, and when it came time to buy their first home, they clicked on the blue button. We sent them a credit-verified pre-approval the same day and upgraded to a rock-solid, fully verified and guaranteed pre-approval shortly thereafter. We also let them know about AccuNet's property-specific pre-approval, where we might be able to include those magic words, no appraisal required. When they wrote their next offer, several $1,000s over asking to make sure someone else didn't end up sleeping in their dream home, their property-specific rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval did include that most powerful phrase, no appraisal required, and the sellers picked Steve and Ashley's offer over several others. If you think all mortgage lenders and pre-approvals are the same, think again. Go with the local mortgage lender that has the tools and know-how to help you win. We'll also likely save you $1,000 to $3,000 in closing costs for exactly the same rate as your bank. Whether you're looking to buy or refi, click on the blue button today at accunet.com.
Trust in your family's comfort at home with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. They're the oldest family-owned HVAC company in southeast Wisconsin. 4 generations of Ciders, and their highly trained technicians provide a one-stop shop for all home and business comfort needs, including an emergency service line that's always live and a 12-year parts and labor warranty on all Daikin products. Get peace of mind by scheduling maintenance today with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. That's SEIDER, Cider.com.
Baseball is back. Brian Balaga here to bring you a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka. A delicious and perfect pairing for a day at the ballpark. Stocked at American Family Field all season long. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part, 0 bubbles. Ask for it at your local bar or liquor store. Surfside, an official partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Brewers. Whew, this is a fun one. But honestly, the biggest play of the game was on defense to help Jacob Misiorowski get through 6 frames. Brewers win 3-1 thanks to our Surfside play of the game.
0-1, ground ball, sharply hit, backhanded by Misiorowski at third. Comes home with it. They've got Ohtani at the plate. What a play by Mona. Misiorowski backhanded it behind the third base bag, made an off-balance throw and threw a dart to Contreras, and he was waiting on Shohei in front of home plate.
Huge play. Surfside play of the game, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside iced tea and vodka, Surfside lemonade and vodka, paired perfectly with a day at the ballpark and stocked at American Family Field all season long. And for all the contact play haters, hey, it didn't work for another team right there. Just saying. Oh, it only never not work for the... No. That's why you put the play on. You make the team make a play. This is the big leagues. The margins are razor thin. Let's hear a little bit of Pat Murphy. In a good mood, obviously, after watching the performance from Miz.
Yeah, I mean, the kid again has elevated his game to another level. You know, like giving up the leadoff home run. It's like getting knocked down in the first round. You know, you got to stand up and you know, here's one of the best hitters in the game, and he leaves a breaking ball up. Didn't finish it, gives up a homer, and wow, you know, it's like taking a stiff one in the first round. And then he got back up, took a standing 8, got back up, and battled. And we normally could have taken him out in the 6th, but his stuff just ticked up in the 6th, and we're like, keep him in. And you know, he went through the heart of the order 3rd time, and that's not easy against a team like this. So hats off to him and to William, the job he did, and it's just really great to see. And we played really good defense. Monstera made a really nice play in the 6th, and Vaughn made a nice play in the 6th, and it just everybody kind of came together, and that was good. And our relief pitching after that, Koenig, Uribe, and McGill, that's real good. That's as good as Koenig's thrown the ball in a while, and what can you say? Uribe and McGill have been great. McGill really underrated.
I was going to say, Murph, that's 2 runs allowed against the Dodgers in 18 innings so far. I mean,
yeah, I mean they're not at 100%. They're not at their best. They're not in their best state right now. But you know, maybe we aren't either. You know, so it's like just keep not worrying about that. You know what I mean? They're going to be plenty good, and they are plenty good. So you know, can't worry about that stuff. But our pitching staff's been very, very good, and you know, this means a lot to him. So,
Mark, how important was that 6th inning just for his development to get into that jam with 2 on and nobody out and be able to get himself out of it when he's at the end of an outing like that?
Yeah. I mean, that's the maturity we're talking about. That's why we, you know, in the back of my mind, I was like, hey, I want to win this game. But what an experience for Miz to go through this and face Freeman and Pages and you know, in a big situation. I mean, that's what it's about, and he got the job done. So yeah, you feel great for the kid. You know, you feel great for him.
After that first Ohtani at bat, when he makes that mistake with the curveball, the second time he comes up to go right back at him with that same pitch and execute and get him.
And that's William's help. You know, that's William understanding. Like, look, you got to know that your curveball's plenty good when you execute it. You know, that's the game. Pitching is not just throwing 100 miles an hour and not having something to go with it. You know, so it's really, you know, he's a pitcher.
Murph, we've talked about Sal and the leadoff spot and just what he's been able to provide as a spark, but the power development for him has kind of been a new thing. Now he's the 7th of the season. Just kind of what have you seen from him to tap into that more this year?
Let's not talk about Sal and power, okay? He's 5'5" and 155. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Anybody clicks a ball in the front, you know what I mean? If you click a ball, it's going to leave, you know? Let's not start putting that in his head. Do you know what that would do to Sal? Want to keep him right where he is. You know, he's a year away from Brandeis Graduate School. You know what I mean?
Or how about the approach against Kershaw in the 4th, stringing all those singles together? And
Yeah, I mean, Kershaw was great. I mean, you got to say it. I mean, he didn't give us anything to hit early, and he rolled through us just like he can. And you start looking around going, wow, he's a veteran. And I was trying to think along with him, and he was a step ahead, and he was really, really good. But guys settled in, and they stayed pretty disciplined all in all. Stayed pretty disciplined.
I really do enjoy watching Clayton Kershaw. If that's my last chance to watch Clayton Kershaw in person, who knows? He hasn't said what his future is. One heck of a career. 3,000 strikeouts, a more exclusive club than the 300-win club. He's only the 20th member ever to hit 3,000 strikeouts in his career. Pretty impressive. And the Brewers beat him 3-1 the final today. Let's say goodnight after this on 620 WTMJ.
It's Christmas in July at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. Get sale discounts store-wide all month long. What a great time to shop for all of your Christmas needs. Get your holiday decor and so much more, along with all the great bargains we always have for you. It's Christmas in July at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
Ooh, you're gonna love it. St. Vincent de Paul.
Hey, Milwaukee, looking for a banking partner that truly understands your business needs? Look no further than Fifth Third Bank. With a local team right here in Milwaukee, they know how to hit it out of the park every time. For 15 years, they've been serving our community with industry-specific expertise and local decision-making that helps your business thrive. Experience a unique commercial banking value that only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Over 60 years in business, with over 60 vehicles out in the field so we can respond ultra quickly to your emergency AC needs. When you call Quality for emergency AC service, you can count on a swift response to get the job done right away. So if the heat's got you to the point where it's just too hot to handle, call Quality and we'll get you the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. When you need commercial or residential plumbing service, you need it now. Call Quality. We have over a 60-year track record of taking care of people. And with over 60 vehicles ready to respond to your needs, we'll be there in a hurry, so you won't have to worry. This is Anthony Zaneski. For commercial or residential plumbing service, call Quality and get the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
Hey, this is WTMJ's Steve Scavini here to talk about my brand new show, WTMJ Outdoors, every Saturday afternoon, 2 to 3 on 620 WTMJ. We love the outdoors in the great state of Wisconsin and beyond. We're going to talk with outdoors experts, bicycling, resort owners, rock climbers, hunting and fishing, camping. I even talked to AV owners and operators, all things Wisconsin outdoors. Join us every Saturday, 2 to 3, right here on 620 WTMJ.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
All right, last couple minutes of the show. Last couple texts here as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Contreras catch his first 3 games and Haas caught his game against the Mets? You are right. Not the reason he struggled against the Mets. Remember, Haas caught Woodruff on Sunday, and that was phenomenal. That was the first time those two worked together, too. So it'll be fine. But yeah, you're right. William deserves a lot of credit for how he's handled Miz so far in his best starts as a Brewer. This one, so many fans have jumped off the bandwagon in recent months. Why? I've been with this team since 1970. Yeah, at times it's been painful, no doubt. Yet, true fans are the ones that are always with their team. We may fail at the end, but this is shaping up to be another great year and a hell of a lot of fun so far. Can't wait till tomorrow. Jerry from the Dells. You're right. Look, I'm not going to tell people how to fan. It's your hard-earned money. You can do whatever you want with it. But to see 38,000 on a Tuesday night in the middle of summer with the roof open and a rocking crowd, and this was a baseball crowd again tonight. We talked about it with the Miz versus Skeens game. When you get a baseball crowd in here, not just a holiday crowd, there's a difference. There's a difference between like the Memorial Day crowd and the 4th of July crowd and a baseball crowd. If you're coming to a Tuesday night game, you know ball. And you could hear the crowd rise with 2 strikes. You could hear the crowd get into it with run-scoring situations, rising to the moment. This was a fun environment to work a game in. So kudos to the fans that came out tonight. I'm not going to tell anybody how to fan, but if all y'all who jumped off the bandwagon after that 0-4 start are trying to hop back on, there's room. Come on aboard. It's going to be okay. It's a fun time to be a Brewer fan right now because, as Joe Davis said so eloquently the other night on Dodgers television, we need to stop giving, oh, well, this is the year that they step back. Stop saying that. The national media, Joe Davis with the Dodgers, game-recognizing game. So appreciate him saying that. That's going to do it for us tonight. Now, no postgame tomorrow because it's a day game, but we got Brewers Weekly, 8 o'clock Thursday night, reacting to everything, a potential sweep tomorrow. Oh, what a night at the ballpark. Big thank you to Matt Yazel. Did a great work on the board tonight. My name's Dom Cotroneo. Keep on swinging.
Attention, car buyers. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, buy it now from the International Autos Group and save thousands.